Hello everyone, good evening to all. So let's start the today's topic. Okay, yesterday we already seen about the subcontracting process, correct? So initially we have covered the two cases of subcontracting, okay? And today we are going to continue with the next case, which is comes under the scrap based into the vendor subcontracting here, okay? So it's again called as a vendor subcontracting process with the byproduct. Okay, so if you able to see my screen here, okay, so I have just taken one example here. Okay, so this is the finished product for which we are going to create purchase order with the subcontractor. You able to see my screen, all of you?
Yes, Mayur.
Okay, so this is the component which is we are going to purchase from the, or we are going to give the rod of this iron material to the vendor, subcontracting vendor. Okay, so he is going to process. Okay, so this is the final product. Okay, not a raw material. Okay, not a child component. Okay, so this is the finished product. So that's why I just created one finished material as CNC component. Okay, so if you can see here, so where subcontracting vendor only have the operations like a boring, drilling, and milling here. Okay, chamfer. So these are the operations for what we are given the raw material to the subcontractor. Okay, so this is the solid bar, not a like this. Okay, so this is the finished product. So when the subcontractor have process on this, he has using the CNC machine for this, like machine, CNC machine. Okay, so after that, by using that machining operation, he has done the some operations like here you can see here the chamfering. Here you can see here is the boring operation. Okay, so drilling operations also he has 3-4 operations, whatever. So he has done on this raw material, and finally he is going to supply the finished product come to us here. Okay, so any doubts in this example? So we can start for the system scenario. Okay, all are clear about this?
Yes.
Okay, so for this finished product, as already we know, correct? So we are going to first of all creating the material. That's why I'm just have created this finished product. Okay, so we can go for the system. I will just show you firstly into the MM03, which material we are going to see here. Okay, so this is the material which I have created. Okay, just because the plant and all. So this is by the finished product, CNC component printed by 55. Okay, so whatever the diameter is a 55, and the length of that material is a 100. Okay, so that I have just specified that material name here. So base unit of measurement from the subcontracting vendor, we are going to purchase into the each only. Okay, not into the kg. But raw material we are going to give into the kg. Okay, so let's see how we are going to manage here. Okay, this is the basic view. Then we can go for the purchasing, TP1 purchasing organization. Keep here. Then next one is the accounting view. Okay, so these are the some accounting views I have mentioned here. Okay, you clear about this finished product, which is we are going to purchase. Then secondly, we can just show you whatever the child components here. Okay, so manufacturing of this CNC component. Okay, so we have just mentioned the iron rod. Okay, so whose dimension is a 120 into the 65. Okay, after the operation, diameter and the length is going to be reduced. Okay, from 120 to 65, it will be going to change into the 100 into the 55. Okay, means what if the diameter and the length is going to be changed, means what will be happen here? Anyone guess? After the operation, what will be the happen? What will be the generated here?
Scratch.
Scrap, correct?
Yes.
Or chips.
Yes.
So yeah, so that whatever the chips are going to be formed after the operations, it is the whole and sole property of our organization, correct? Not of your property of a vendor. Okay, so that's why first I have just created the raw material as a iron rod whose dimension are 120 into the 65, which is we are going to purchase into the kg. Okay, kg. We can go for the next same the things I have just mentioned here, like the valuation and all. Okay, so this is the first raw material. Okay, and the secondly one what I have mentioned here. Okay, so as Kiran mentioned here, after the operations, what we are getting the chips here, correct? Like a scrap. Clear? After the operation, some these boring or chamfering or drilling, okay? So definitely the iron chips are going to be produced. Okay. So for that reason, we have just created the another material for what? For the scrapping here. Okay. So let's see that material also we can see here. So how to manage that scrap or byproduct from the subcontractor here. Okay. So just same thing I have just mentioned here for this material also here. Okay. Yeah, this is the scrap chips again. I have put in the base unit of measurement as a kg here. Okay. Just take a difference. Our system will be clear for that. Okay. So this is how we have created the three materials. Okay. After the creation of the material, what is our next step? We are going to see the stock of this material, correct? So is it required to create the stock for the scrap?
No,
No,
Mayur.
Mayur.
Correct. Scrap is automatically going to be generated. Okay. Let's see. I will just check the stock of this iron rod, which is we are going to provide to the vendor subcontracting. This is here. Okay. Okay. So right now we have the zero stock. Okay. For this material, we need to require to generate the stock. So as Prashul sir mentioned, okay. So we are going to generate the stock by using which code Migo, correct? So NB1C is already obsolete from the S4 HANA. Okay, so that's why we are going to run with the Migo. For that reason, what we can do, we can just select as a goods receipt and we can select as a others here, okay, because we don't have any kind of a purchase order. If you can see here, automatically by default, system is taking the 561 movement, correct? Already yesterday also we have seen what is the 561 movement. Okay, all the remaining process will be same here. You need to enter the material, okay, quantity, how many you want to generate. If you can see 561 movement is for what? 561 is meant for the receipt for initial entry of a stock into the unrestricted use, correct? So initially we have the zero stock. So we are going to generate the stock for the raw material. So quantity I can just keep as a 1000 kg. Where this is our plant, TP10, which is the storage location. We can keep not required partner and all. Click on the item. Okay. Check. No issues. We can post the document. Okay. This is the second way also. You can generate the initial stock by using the 561 movement there. Okay. So once I can just keep here. This is the material document. For the material we have. Okay. Okay. This is the stock right now what we have generated. Okay, so let's see once it is the MMG. Okay, after the stock, what is the important thing? I forget here, correct? What we need to create first of all? What is the best
Bomb.
part for this? Bomb, correct? Bill of material we need to create here, okay? So we can go for the CS01 here. Okay, for the finished product, we need to create the bill of material, correct? So this is the CNC product. For what we are going to create the bill of material, okay? I can just keep the back date here. Already I have mentioned. If you can put the today's date, system is not taking that, okay? So you can just put it one date as a back, okay? For this, we need to enter the component here, okay? For this finished product, to the vendor, we are giving this iron raw material, correct? But after giving this raw material, okay, towards the subcontracting vendor, so this byproduct called as a scrap is going to be generated after the machining or after the operations which we have mentioned to the subcontractor. Okay, so that is the reason we need to add this material also here. Okay, so I can just hit enter here. Okay, so for the first one item I can put as a 10 kg we require. And for the second line item, okay, for the 10 kg, 1 kg of the scrap is going to be generated here. You're getting my point? If I can produce the one finished product, so I require the 10 kg of this raw material here, and the scrap will be producing into the 1 kg. Okay. If I can put as a this positive, then what will be the happen? Anyone knows?
If we take it positive,
Hmm?
then what will happen? I don't know, but I know we
Hmm?
should take it minus as
Why we
minus
should take it a minus, Anuj? Any
because
idea?
we are not providing the
Hmm.
scrap to the vendor. We are
Okay,
taking back.
correct. So do you know whenever during the GR we are going to create, correct? For the finished product. So that time, if we can put as a minus, then stock is going to be generated at the vendor side, correct? So that is the reason why we are going to maintain this scrap product as a minus. Okay, means what happened? It is going to be minus from this our overall supply of the material. Okay, so that's why we are going to take back this material. Okay, so as already I have mentioned here, we are creating the finished product. Okay, so by the operation, that scrap is going to be generated. That is the reason here we need to mention as a negative stock of this material. Okay, while creating the bill of material. Okay, this is the important thing for your any organization. Definitely you require to do the scrap as into the negative. Okay, what how it will be impact at the time of the GR, you will definitely see the difference. Okay, so if you can see here, we have mentioned the main component as each, and whatever the bill of material subcomponents, we have the into the kgs. Okay, so we are just going to save. I can just keep one screenshot of this also here. You can easily understand for the scrap.
Mayur, I think
Hmm.
it should be -1, not 1 minus.
No, it's correct. If you can put here.
Okay, okay.
Okay, if you want to see here, you can put as a -1. System is not taking. So that's why always it's a 1 minus. Okay, this is the symbol. It is going to be minus. Okay, so once we
Okay,
can
Mayur.
create the bill of material, so our BOM is created for the this command. I can just copy it. Okay, after the bill of material, what is the important thing we need to do?
To maintain the purchase info record.
Correct. Info record is going to be maintained. Okay, for the finished product, Kiran can understand here. Okay, so info record we are going to maintain here only for the finished product. Okay, because we are going to create the PO for the finished product. Okay, so what I can do, I can just enter the vendor for the finished product, purchase or plant, and here we can select the subcontracting. Okay, select it, whatever the required we need to do, we can enter this. Okay, for this processing, how many or what amount I am just giving to the vendor for the operation. Okay, so 250 rupees per piece for this overall operations. I am just going to give to the subcontracting. Okay, so just keep that amount. Okay, okay, enter this. This is the info record what we have maintained for the finished product. Once we can maintain the info record, then what's the next step? Anyone? We are going to create a purchase order to the subcontracting vendor, correct? For which I can create the purchase order here then.
Final product.
Okay, for the final product, we need to create the purchase order here. Okay, so what I can just create with the item category as L for the final purchase item is our CNC component. Okay, you can keep as a material. So I can create a PO for the 500 quantity. 100 quantities, 5,000 what instead of that I can keep as 100. Okay, plant storage locations. As we entered all these things, system is going to take the price from the automatically from the info record. You get clear? You got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct. So for this subcontracting, the next step is we need to explore the BOM. Under the item overview, under the material data, we can go and we can check the exploding BOM. So whatever the stock is going to be generated here, you're getting right now. If I can create a PO for the 100, okay, 1000 kg, we require the raw material. And again, if you can see here, 100 kg of the negative stock means what? This scrap is going to be what? You're getting or not?
We will get it back.
Yes, Mayu.
Correct. So this scrap is going to be generated with the subcontractor. Okay, just we can check the PO and we can save the purchase order. Okay, you can just copy the PO. Okay, I will just copy the purchase order number here. Yesterday we have seen the transfer of a material by using the purchase order, correct, Anuj? So today what we are going to do, we are going to transfer the material, correct? Because if you can see here, whatever the stock of the material, okay, MNB, because the MNB component not I require the child component here. If I can see the iron rod is here, which is the child component. Okay, so this stock is where it's under the company's storage location, correct? I need to transfer this stock to the subcontracting. So how we can do this? Any idea?
We can issue or transfer.
Correct. We are going to do the transfer posting. Okay. So instead of yesterday we have done with the how we have done
540.
yesterday? No. We have done the goods issued with the PO, correct? Yesterday we have done. But today we are going to see, we are going to do the directly transfer posting. Okay. Yesterday also we have done the transfer posting, but yesterday we have done with the purchase order, correct? But today we are not going to take the reference of the purchase order. Directly we can put as others. Okay. And which moment we can keep here?
541.
Okay, we can go here and search for the 541. Okay, let's see. The 541 is meant for what? Yesterday already we discussed. 541 is for the transfer posting of the stock with the subcontracting, correct? So we can just enter the 541 moment. Which material? I can just copy the material. Which plant? This is the storage locations. And okay, so here the vendor name is you need to enter. Okay, so this is and quantity. How many quantity? I can just keep as 1000 quantity here, 1000 kgs. I'm just going to give to the vendor subcontractor material quantity 1000 kgs. Where? Okay. Vendor we need to enter here. Once you can put the vendor, check.
Single element item or there is security has just taken 542.
Yeah. Here. Okay, got it. Here, where is solution 42? No issues. Thank you. Here the system is taking the 543. So that's why it will not show here. Okay, so once you can enter the 541, check it. Okay, so document is okay. Okay, so this is the goods issued to the subcontractor. Just check it. Document is okay. We are going to post it. Okay, so this is how we have given the stock to the vendor. Again, what we are going to do? We are going to check the stock. Stock is towards the vendor, correct? So after the stock is provided to the vendor, what is our next step? What we need to do?
Receive the goods.
Receive the final product.
Correct. We are going to receive the final product here. Okay. So for that, we can go for the purchase order here. Into the goods receipt with the purchase order number, the purchase order, and see here. Okay. So if you can see, 100 quantity we are going to receive where 101 moment. If we can go and explore the form here, 100 is going to be generated here. Okay, but if we can see, if you want to see the stock of the second line item here, okay, what is the scrap chips? Currently, we have the zero stock here, correct? As we can go for the purchase order receiving the material, just click on the check item here, check it. No issues during the message. Okay. So whatever the 100 quantity we have done, quantity where this order partner with the vendor and a consumer, post the document. Once you are posting the document, accounting it is already okay. However, accounting it is going to be created. The formula for that. That's what they already we have mentioned. 4 plus 2n is the formula. Okay. Right now we can just go and check the stock of that scrap material. Okay. You can see the stock is automatically created here, but it is at the whose level?
At vendor stock.
Correct. So how we can transfer this scrap material into the company's, which moment type we can select here? Any cases? Anyone?
545.
No?
542.
Correct. 541 if we are giving Anush, then why we are using the 545? 542 is a
Okay.
reversal
We
portion.
are returning back to the company. It's a 542, right?
It's clear, right?
That one.
What? If we are transferring the material by using the 545 movement, correct? If we are going to take back, so definitely we are using the 542, correct? This
Yes,
is right
Mayur,
now,
yes.
this belongs at the vendor side. So again, what we are going to do, we are going for the transfer posting here. We can again go for the Migo option. We can do for the transfer posting again. Correct. 541 instead of that, we are going to select as a 542. You can see here 542 is for what? Transfer posting of a stock with the subcontractor from the unrestricted use. It's a reversal of it, correct? That's why we are going to select as a 542. We can put as a material. So how many 100 kgs? Which storage location? I just wanted is RM00. Quantity I can just again. Okay. Put in storage location as a RM00. From which vendor? We need to put the vendors here. Quantity as a 100 kgs. Okay. You can again select here quantity 100. We are 541 instead of 541. We can just put as a 542. Means the stock is going to be added to the company stock, correct? Clear or any doubts in this for the scrapping process? Anyone?
Clear, Mayur.
Okay. So vendor we need to put here again because we are taking back the material. So any accounting entity will be tick for this transaction there. Anyone can guess? For the transfer posting or any accounting entries? will
No,
be ticked.
Mayur. There
Correct.
should be no accounting entry because we
Correct.
are taking our material as a scrap.
No, yeah, I just scrap. So that's fine. No any accounting entries will be hitting. Document is okay. We can post it. Okay, so this document is already posted.
Moreover, that it is a non-valuated metal, na? So that is why account entries won't hit right now. It's a non-valuated material. Scrap is called.
Correct. We can go and refresh the stock of this material into the MMB once again. Let's see the stock of that material. Right now it's ours, correct? Clear?
Yes, Mayur. Yes.
So this is how you can manage the byproduct or the scrap, whatever. Okay. So scrap why we are maintaining here. So for the manufacturing sector, we have the scrap. So sometimes byproduct is also there. It depends on the business to business. So they can change the wording for that. Depends on the business requirement. Definitely clear. So any doubts in this byproduct or scrapping scenario into the vendor subcontracting? All are clear?
Mayur, can we use subsequent adjustment here in MyGo to receive the scrap?
Subsequent, why you want to do? Because already we have the mention into the bill of material, correct? For the minus stock.
Yes, yes. If
Subsequent,
you don't
subsequent, if you are going to manage, correct? So it
Mhm.
will be going to change the stock of your child component, okay? Not for your scrapping. Scrapping is means what? It is going to be generated automatically, correct? So the next step is subsequent adjustment. Don't worry, you can clear more about that. Okay, how the subsequent adjustment is going to be done for that. Okay.
Okay.
Apart from this, any doubt, Kiran? Right now you're getting an invoicing. You're asking me, correct? So yeah,
Yeah.
that is also we are going to cover. Okay, let's let it be continue. We can do the invoicing for this, whatever the purchase order we have created here. I can just do the invoicing. So you able to see, Kiran, which price is coming here? 25,000. So, 250 rupees we have maintained.
Yes, in PR.
So which price is taking here? That one only, correct?
Yes, correct.
To balance. And again, we can sell the scrap, whatever as per the company's requirement, we can check with the vendor and we can sell the scrap to the different. Okay, so that is again the different process. We don't worry about that. We can just do this. Scrapping is again done by the another transaction. Okay, so this is how we can just post the invoice. Right now, clear the whole subcontracting process yesterday and today also. So we can just go for the next step of subcontracting here. Okay, so as Kiran mentioned, we are going to see for the subsequent adjustment. So what is the meaning for a subsequent adjustment, Kiran? Means what is?
I don't know properly, but if we are not maintaining any scrap materials in our PO, then at the time we will use that
Can you repeat?
subsequent
I
adjustment.
cannot understand. Can you repeat once again?
If we have not maintained any kind of return material or something like that scrap, at that time we will use that, or if at the moment the subcontractor needs extra material, then we will provide using that subsequent adjustments.
Okay, anyone other than the Kiran?
If vendor asks for the more quantity or less quantity, then we have to adjust that quantity.
But why he required the more and less quantity means what?
For example, if for that whatever the work which we have assigned to the vendor, if for doing that work, vendor requires more material. For example, if we have sent 100 components, if vendor requires more 10 more components to do that work, then we do this subsequent adjustment. Or for example, we have sent 100 quantities and vendor has used only 90 components, and he has like done with the work. So receive that quantity and you do the subsequent adjustment.
Okay. Okay. Any other guesses? if I can just put an example here, okay, in front of you for the subsequent adjustment. I just taken the one example here. If you can see here, so what is this? This is a shirt, correct? If I just want to manufacture this shirt, so what are the raw materials are required here? Yeah, am I audible?
Yes.
Can you guess here? What the parent component is a shirt. So then what are the child components for the shirt?
Cotton, buttons.
Okay. Cotton buttons and another is important.
Threads.
Threads. Correct. If you can see here, already I have created the parent item as a ready-made shirt and the three child components as a first one is a cloth, as you mentioned, second one is a thread, and last one is a button, correct? This is the three components which we required here, okay? So already you understand the process of the creation of the material. So firstly, what I can do, I can just generate the stock of these all three materials, okay? This is the best example, anyone can understand, correct? Or any doubts? Everyone can understand, correct? What I can do, I can just initially do the goods receipt with the others by using the 561 movement. Okay, I can just add the material here. Okay, first one as a raw cloth quantity, I can just keep as a 100 kgs. Okay, so where this is my plant and storage location. The vendor I cannot require here because I'm using the 561 here. Okay, so no required to enter the vendor. Okay, so again, if you want to add, you can add for the second line also here. Okay, second one is our threads. You're getting all of you correct? So 100 kg threads again I'm going to create. Okay. Second material also I have added here for the quantity 100 kgs. And the last one I am just going to add as a button. Normally, how many buttons are we are using for the one shot? Anyone knows?
8 to 10.
7.
7, correct. So I can just add as a 700.
Actually,
700
we put
depends.
2 extra, na?
Uh,
I was
okay, so
taking extra 2 also.
okay, Anuj. This is just for the getting okay. We can keep
I
as a
think Anuj is
700.
a specific. It's a specific answer.
Okay, 100 kgs. I'm just going to put a stock of this cloth and threads here, and a 700 of this designer buttons. Okay, for the manufacturing of 100 cloths, we are going to. This is only just stock generating here. Okay, check. I can just. Okay, so initially I'm just going to generate the stock. So this is I just posted the stock of material initial generation. Okay. For this, I can just keep as a reference. The next step, bill of material we need to create here. Okay. So right now, all are understanding the process of this. So no again need to explain each and everything, correct? So firstly, I can just cover up this. Sorry, but any noise disturbance from my side, just understand here. Okay. Okay, so we can just keep one as a backlit. Here we can add the 3 line items all which is required to manufacture the ready-made shirt here. anyone can guess here. So how subsequent adjustment we are going to do here? Any guesses? Okay, so manufacturing of this ready-made t-shirt or shirt here, we are going to create a bomb. For one, we require the cloth as a 1 kg for one shirt. So it's also we can keep as a 1 kg. Okay, so just take as a kg, no issues about that. And buttons, 7 buttons we require as mentioned by the Niranjan. Okay, we are going to create a bill of material for this. Okay, once we can create the bill of material, we can go for the info record fastly. Okay, so ready-made t-shirt with this vendor subcontracting info record we are going to maintain. Okay, for the processing of the stitching and all, how many stitching charges? Anyone? How should I put here? 300, 400?
For one shirt, it's a 18 to 20 rupees is a in a bulk.
Stitching charges? No.
Sorry,
One,
it's a buttoning. It's a
400
buttoning
to
charges is 20
500.
rupees.
yeah, 500 I
Buttoning
can keep.
charges is 20 and yeah,
Hmm.
stitching is 350 to
350 or
370. Yeah,
500.
max.
Yeah, whatever depends. So I can just keep as a 500. It's better for all of you. Understanding for the invoicing. Okay, so I can just maintain the info record. Okay, this is the info record what we have created. After the info record, we are going to transfer the material. So what I can do, I can take the reference point of view and directly I can go both the steps. If you want to use the purchase order, you can use the purchase order also. If you want to use directly as your, what I can say, transfer posting by the single. 41 minute I have taken. Purchase order, yes, sorry, we are not created in purchase order, sorry. First of all, we need to create the PO. Then we can go further. I have not created the purchase order. For this ready-made t-shirt, we are going to create a purchase order. Okay. So yeah, 100 I can just keep. Can you just change this unit QG? Okay, let's see how this will happen. Net price is not coming here.
Actually, Mayur, item category is not selected, na? So that's why it is not in.
Okay, so item category we are not selected. That is the reason this team is not going to take here. Okay, so kg is going to be problem. Let's see. Inside already maintain.
But here, conversion factor is going to here trigger, right?
Not conversion factor. I can just change the unit of measure of this limit
Yeah,
t-shirt
it's a
into
each we need to maintain.
I can just forget to, and I can just change as a each here. But again, I don't know from how it will be reflected. CS is equal to what I can do. So I can just again maintain the bill of material for this for the each item right now we are changed now. Okay, so kg kg each for this bill of material is maintained. Right now we can go and create the PO for the each item. Okay, so still speaking of kg because info record also we have maintained for the kg, correct? That is also the some reason what I can do. Can change. I don't know. This again kg or not. If I record change. A little mistake. You need to do the lots of the settings, correct? Okay, right now the system is changed the it's each. Okay, so we are going to create a PO. We can go and explore the BOM. This is the material which is we require. Already we have generated the stock of this material. We can just save this PO. Okay. For the subsequent adjustment, we are going to see this test case here. Keep the PO for the reference, and we are going to transfer the stock of these material to the subcontractor. Okay, so by using the Migo transfer posting with respect to the purchase order, enter it, whatever the material. So you need to enter the storage location. Item okay. 541 is a moment, correct? Vendor is you need to enter once again. Which vendor you are going to supply the material? This is for the first line item. Then again you need to do for the second line item. Okay. So yeah, I can just keep as an item okay. For the second transfer posting, storage location we need to maintain. Area, quantity, 100. 541 moment is there. Vendor and next third one. I need to enter the vendor quantity 700 buttons and keep the storage location. Okay. Click on the item, okay. Shake it, post it. Okay. Once you have posted, okay, the stock is going to be transferred to your subcontractor. Correct. Yes, I can just copy. Okay. The next step is what? We are going to receive the material.
G.
Correct. So the process is until same. Okay, means what we are going to do, whatever the PO we are going to create, with respect to that PO, you are going to receive the material, do the GRN for the finished product, but the final stage you need to do subsequent adjustment. Okay, so 400 each, 100 each button, we are going to given 100 kgs of a cotton, 100 kgs of a your threads. Okay, I can just check on item. Okay, check it. Okay, final step. What I can just material. I can just copy the raw material. So I can just check it and post it. Once you can post it, the final product you have received, and you can do the GRNL. So IRNL. Okay, just I will check the stock of this material. Okay. MMB, I can go here, ready-made t-shirt. So right now you have the available stock of a 100 quantity of your shirt. But right now, what happened here? Okay, so vendor is telling to us, after the manufacturing of this finished product, I have balance of 10 kg of a cotton or raw cloth here, correct? Raw cloth we have supplied within a 90 kg. He has done the 100 each piece of your shirt. Right now, the 10 kg is balanced to the where vendor. But if we can see here, as per the our scenario, if we can go and check the stock of that, what you can say, cotton, where it is raw cloths. Okay. Okay. So what is the stock of that raw cloth right now? How many? What is the stock of this raw cloth right now? Towards the vendor is 0. Why? Because we already consumed all the stock. Because we have done the GRN for the finished product. But vendor is saying that I have the balance stock of a 10, is because he has under consumption case he has done. So how to manage this balance stock? For that, we can go for the MIGO. Okay, we can go and we can select the option. It's called as a subsequent adjustment. Once you can go for that, we can select the subsequent adjustment with respect to the purchase order. You need to enter your purchase order number here. Okay, let's see the difference. Okay, because initially we don't have the stock of that material. Okay, after that, system is going to give us the stock automatically. Okay, I can enter the PO number here for the subsequent adjustment. Okay, just extend this bill of material here. So what is which material? We have used the under consumption stock, with a raw cloth white color. Okay, so 10 kgs is telling to me. So that is the stock, whatever we have under consume. Okay, so I can just keep this stock as a 10, and here is the option called as a under consumption. Okay, if I can click on that checkbox, quantity where now, so that is not required here. Okay, just click on check item and check it. All are getting this. How we are going to manage? All other things are remains 0. Only that whatever the raw cloth we are going to put, so that is the 10 kg, which is under consumption. Okay, that's why I'm just going to select as a under consumption here. Checkbox is required or mandatory. Whatever the quantity, you can just keep. Okay, so designer buttons, if you want to keep whatever the cloths, or if you require to keep as a threads, you can keep there. So 121 is a movement which is done the GR for this over here. Okay, so in the backend you can see this, how this counting entries will be hitting there. Okay, so let's do the or post the document, check it for the subsequent adjustment, post it. Once we can post it, okay, counting entries will be hitting again. So that is only for the under consumption is going to be generated. So some accounting entries will be hitting. So these are the some BSX GPB, which is for the consumption of raw material. These are going to be used. But the stock initially we don't have, correct? If we can go for the MMB once again, and we can search for the raw cloth stock. The stock is here generated, correct? All are getting or not? We are not generated the stock automatically, correct? So this is how the subsequent adjustment we are going to do. So right now this stock is laying at the vendor side. Then again, what we are going to do? We are going to transfer this stock
to our premises.
Yeah, which movement type? Again,
542.
Again 542. 542.
Correct. So what
Because
I can
we
do,
are
I can
reverting
just
reverting that material.
correct. So what we are doing, we are going to change that moment by the 542. Let's enter it. Okay. Material. can enter. We can enter the vendor from which we are going to receive the material. Quantity we can keep as a kg, where 542. We are going to do the subcontractor spot is going to be increased. Vendor is mandatory. Check it. Okay, check it and post it. Again, no accounting entries will be hitting there. Where only we have transferred the material. Again, we can go and check the stock for this material. And the stock is at our company's storage location. Okay. This is how we are going to manage the subsequent adjustment. This is only for the under consumption. Over consumption, we can see tomorrow, or anyone can interested. You can work for that, test it, how it works. You can explain. Okay. So that is the task for you. How to do the over consumption. Okay. Any doubts in this topic?